What up, y'all? Justin Gay, Seeds as Ads Do. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how I seed my smaller seeded microgreens. Let's go. First one we'll be doing is broccoli. I like to carry and keep all of my microgreen seeds inside like these little, I guess, I don't know what you call them, like little Tupperware buckets, if you will. I don't know. Get these things pretty cheap at the 99-cent store for, 99 cents. I normally have this thing filled all the way to the top. We've been seeding, so that's why it's a little bit lower. Also like to use a 60 milliliter measuring cup. Again, 99-cent store, you can get these dirt cheap, guys. 99-cent store is like my best friend. There's so many little things I can just get in the 99-cent store. There's one right around the corner from my house, too. 60 mil per tray of microgreens. I want it right at the top. Now what I do is I just sprinkle it through the tray. I'm kind of just going up and down the tray here. Pretty simple. What I'm trying to accomplish as I go up and down the tray, however, is an overlapping of each row that I kind of do. I want to overlap it with the next. This gives me a clean distribution of the seeds. All the excess seeds, what I do is I'll just kind of broadcast those just evenly around the tray as well. If there's any extra holes or something that I might have missed, like if my rhythm was a little bit off, like I don't know, if I skipped, happens sometime, I'll go back over that hole with the excess and it should be cool. Another really important thing too is I try to hit the corners when it comes to microgreens. Or kind of like for me, they're like a guideline, if you will. I know if I'm hitting the corners of everything, if I'm constantly looking at those corners as I come down, I'm gonna evenly disperse microgreen seeds throughout the tray. Need a little bit more seed after all. So I like to keep my seeds in these totes. They're more the heavy duty type totes that you can find at Home Depot. I like storing most of my microgreen seeds in there. And I just keep them in the bags that they come in. Voila. Pretty low on seed right now. I have my big microgreen order coming in. Actually should be in pretty soon, but we don't need them this week. We'll have them next week though. Oh yeah, just like everybody else, I like to use a standard 10-20 tray. The one thing about these trays, however, is that there's different ranges in the type of quality that you might get. So these guys right here are probably the thinner ones that I got, right? But anyhow, this is where they normally rip for me. Right there, see that? And that's normally because this is how we grab a lot of them from the racks, whatever. We're grabbing them first this way, and then a lot of times, they get picked up and you can see all the weight distribution. So I mean, if you want to hold them more properly, the proper way to kind of hold the tray is probably with 2 hands, but it never happens. So anyhow, you get a lot of wear and tear on these trays. I don't throw them away. I normally just will mark them. I'll stack them all into like a big stack. Some white spray paint. I'll just go down and kind of mark that. We shouldn't really be using them for our production, but where they do come in handy is this. They're really good to put on top of your microgreen trays after you stack them. You put them in the stacks, kind of like what I got going on up there. And they're also really good for, say for instance, you have a broken microgreen tray, like if you're getting low on microgreen trays, whatever, you don't have, you can't go out for whatever reason and go buy some new microgreen trays, right? They work really well as a bottomer as well. So now it'll make the microgreen tray a little bit more sturdy. I got that one from Curtis Stone. That's a really good trick. So there's a couple steps that I didn't show, but I'm gonna show you guys right now. I used to use my hands and pinch it and kind of sprinkle along the seeds like that. But what ends up happening, one is if your hand's a little bit damp, you get them stuck, which that's not that big of a deal. I just found that in the tray, when I did it that way, there would be a lot of inconsistencies in terms of the spread of the microgreen seed along the tray, as opposed to when I use these. Also, when I just do one scoop, I'm not constantly putting my hand back and forth in and out of my receptacle here. It's just one thing, and I know that that whole scoop is just for that one tray. So it makes things a lot easier. But I can really cook through this now, You can really get kind of laser focus on these guys. When I need to get right down on a part of a tray, I can get real low and really make sure I hit that area. And then when I need to spread them, I just go up a little bit higher. Let the seeds kind of fall around where they need to fall. The mix, because there's a bunch of different types of microgreen seeds in here, there are actually some smaller ones. I still use a 60, however. But as soon as I see that the tray has been equally just kind of distributed with seed, then I kind of just pull it out. And I'll normally have a little bit of excess seed when it comes to the smaller seeds, like your arugulas and some of your mustards. That's cool. I just move it to the next tray. So I ran out of battery during that last video, but for the most part, I was pretty much done anyway. But anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and to share these videos with your friends. I'm Justin Gay. This is Seeds of Xanadu. Yeah, if you want to keep up with what it is that I'm doing, you can always follow me on Instagram. Peace, y'all.